What's going on, everyone? Obviously in a different spot today from where I normally start my videos. I'm at the shop. Today is, I need to get a bunch of maintenance done. I don't know if you guys can hear, but this Ford right here definitely needs some brakes, needs an oil change, fuel filter. Yeah, just kind of going through the truck. It's been a while since, I think I did a set of brakes on it 2 years ago, which I think 2 years is pretty good for a set of brakes, especially the amount of weight that this truck's pulling consistently. It'd be nice to get a little bit more time out of them, but oh, it is what it is. Another thing that I'm planning on doing today is this truck right here. I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. I think I'm going to sell this truck. So if any of you guys are interested in it, make me an offer, I guess. It's a 2002 Chevy Duramax. I've got like 180,000 miles on it. It's got some goodies on it. But the reason why I think I'm going to sell it is I just don't drive it anymore. The last time I actually drove that truck is when I drove it to the shop here in February or something like that. But that was just going from my storage unit up to here. But like when I actually drove it and was daily driving it was probably 2 to 3 years ago. And it just doesn't work for the family anymore. It's just an extended cab, which when I first bought the truck was completely fine because I had no children. But now I have my son, and he needs to fit in the back of a car seat, or fit in the back seat in the car seat. So I don't know, I just think it's time to let the thing go. I'd rather use the money from that truck and put it towards building our house, which, you know, it's kind of taking longer than I thought it would, but just trying to save up as much money as possible for building the place. So anyways, let's get started and start doing the brakes on this truck. I think I'm also going to do a tire rotation on the truck because I got these tires put on in like November, and I haven't rotated them since I put them on the truck, so now would be a perfect time to do that. Oh yeah, definitely got my use out of these brakes. Those things are done. Done, son. See all the metal fragments all over the place? Yeah, those are done. And this rear side on the passenger side has an axle seal that's starting to go, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm probably going to end up having a shop do it, honestly. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it's just not something on the to-do list right now at this moment. Alright. Get this thing out of the way. Man, shops just aren't ever big enough, are they? So, alright, probably gonna start on the front and then work my way towards the back. Let's see what we need here. Won't be loose anymore. Whew. Yeah, definitely say I got my use out of those brakes, hey? That's metal on metal. Those are junk. This one's pretty close to being junk. So, alright. How do those feel? Those could use... Oh wow. There's like no grease. That's probably why this thing was sticking on this side. This one's got a little bit of grease, but not much. I know they make special clamps for compressing calipers, but I do not have one, as I do not work on stuff all the time. So I just use a C-clamp and make that work. Which I have plenty of those. What am I stuck on? What about this one right here? That looks like a nice one. Sure, somebody's gonna cringe watching me do this, but this is how I've always done it. All right, got one of the 4 done. Make sure to pump the brakes up before we quit. So, all right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so I started pulling apart the driver's side front over here, and I need a caliper. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but something happened to the pistons in here, and it actually is cracked all the way through on both pistons. So I just actually texted my mom. She is off of work right now on vacation, but fortunately she's gonna run to the parts store and grab that for me. So while she does that, I'm gonna just keep kind of putting stuff together here, and then when she gets back, I'll have her help me bleed the brakes on this truck. So kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm glad I caught it now, and so yeah, we'll just keep working on getting these brakes all the way done around. Hopefully I don't run into any more problems. So knock on wood. Got plenty of it right here. So all right, I'm gonna keep going here. So I got the driver's side put back together for the most part, besides the caliper. Obviously my mom has to go pick that up for me, but I noticed I made a mistake on the passenger side. These little springs right here, I forgot to put those on the brake pads. So I want to make sure I put those on and I don't just kind of half-ass this job. Brakes are very important, obviously. So yeah, it kind of stinks. Gotta pull it all apart, but I'd rather just do it the right way the first time. I don't know how important those springs are, but they give them to you, so you might as well use them, right? Well, that's kind of my thought on it. Maybe these springs do help with, so you're not, the brakes aren't constantly binding. All right, fronts are pretty much done. Just waiting on that caliper. Let's see how big of a pain the rears are to do. Different sizes. Imagine that. I don't get why they always switch. Why can't you just use like the same hardware throughout the entire thing? Never understood that. These pins were all like, have no grease on them. So this one just kind of fell out, which is surprising. We'll put a bunch of grease on there, get this all cleaned up. This one needs some heat to loosen it up. So that means I gotta open up this cabinet now, get my torches set up. Tanks are all hooked up. Need to grab a lighter. I know this isn't the proper way to light a torch, but for what I'm doing, it'll work. All right, so I got it out, but I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Kind of looks like my pinky, kind of bent. So see if I can get some new pins. If not, I'll get the whole assembly. How was that for a catch? That was hot. Okie dokie. My mom stopped by. She dropped off a new caliper. So I got the new caliper on. I have the bleeder open right now, just kind of letting stuff gravity feed. There's the old one. She also picked up some more slide pins because like I showed earlier, that one got bent. She's on the phone right now, but as soon as she's off the phone, I'm gonna have her come in here and we'll start bleeding these brakes and then get this truck back on the road. So kind of took longer than expected, but that's how it always goes working on stuff, right? So, all right, my mother's here. She's gonna help me bleed the brakes. Do you need help getting in there? Yeah. You don't. They gave us a faulty caliper.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, gotta take this caliper back off. The caliper that they gave us, the bleed screw on it has got ruined threads in it, so it just keeps bleeding through. So gotta rip this back off and then redo all of this, sadly. Okie doke, let's try this again. This one just looks like it's a little bit more quality.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, that feels good. Mother, if you could help me again, that would be lovely. Success! So, all right, yeah, that new caliper definitely worked out. I think I mentioned it, but just even the caliper, the new caliper from O'Reilly's looks to be in better shape than the one from Advanced Auto Parts. Fortunately, Advanced, they did take back what they had, so that was nice. But now I have a core to take back to O'Reilly's. I'm going to clean up all my mess here, get the hose out, and clean up all the brake fluid and everything that's all over the ground. I got some brake fluid on the truck. Like I mentioned earlier, brake fluid will start to peel your paint off, especially the clear coat. So the sooner you can get that off your truck, the better you'll be. So, all right, let's start getting this stuff cleaned up. I'll catch back up with you when I'm putting the tires on. I did, while I was waiting, started polishing the tires back up. So there's a little bit of a difference, you can see. So just trying to get this truck back up to 100% bill of health and make it my full-time work truck again, because I kind of feel guilty. I've been using my dually way more this year than what this truck is. So let's get to it. Morning, Fred. What's going on, everyone? It's obviously the next day. Got the truck all washed up, tires back on it, obviously. Brakes work great. I left early yesterday, picked my son up from daycare once again. But today I'm gonna run over to the yard where I have my dump trailer and skid loader and all that stuff. And I'm gonna go pick up the mess that I have over there, all the 2x4s and everything, and take those up to the shop. Once we get back up to the shop, I'm gonna get my truck all washed up, get some pictures of it to put it on Facebook Marketplace to sell it. And I'm going to be taking my dump trailer with me. I need to adjust the brakes on that thing. The last time I adjusted them, I don't think I did it correctly. That definitely made a difference, but I think I need to adjust them way more. So let's get to it. Okie dokie, got the trailer hooked up. I got all the 2x4s and stuff that I just had laying in the yard over here. Figure I'll take those up to the shop, clean up this area a little bit. Then I think when I come back, I'm going to bring a shop vac with me. I went and did a quick job the other day doing some brush mowing, and my Ford was out of commission. Obviously it needed brakes, and usually what I do is I'll take my brush mower, put it on top of the box, and then put the skid loader in the trailer. Well, the only truck that I had was my dually, and I wasn't able to put the brush mower on top of the dually box. I mean, I'm sure I could have, but I would have wrecked it more than likely. So what I ended up doing was just taking the door off the machine, and thought it would be a great idea to go mowing without the door on. Well, this thing is absolutely trashed inside. So, when I get the shop vac, get this thing cleaned out, maybe do some pressure washing, and get this machine cleaned up. I am possibly thinking of selling this machine and getting a track machine. I could definitely use a track machine more than a wheeled tire machine. So, just trying to find the right deal. If any of you guys want to trade or know of a good track machine, let me know. So, let's head up to the shop. Another thing I got to do is I do have a tire that is one of the original tires. It's pretty much bald. So, I'm going to put the spare tire on it and get that going, because next week I have a job that's about an hour away from home, so I want to make sure I have this trailer is all ready to go before I start traveling. So let's get to it. Okay, made it here to the shop. I'm just going to work on cleaning the interior of this truck out. I've had this truck now for 10 years. Obviously when I parked the truck for storage, I kind of put some random stuff in here, like here's a mirror for my dresser and then a picture. But just get some of the stuff out of here. Kind of cool little story, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, probably not cool, but these glow sticks, for whatever reason, when I bought this truck, the old gentleman that I bought it from, he had a whole package of glow sticks and told me to take them, and I don't know, for whatever reason I took them. Got them all glowing and everything, and they kind of hung out there in the truck. These things, I don't know what kind of glow sticks this guy gave me, but those things would glow. They glue for about a whole year after I had this truck, which I don't know what kind of glow sticks, industrial glow sticks he gave me, but kind of neat. So take those out of there, and yeah. Okie doke, got all my junk out of from inside the truck there. Like I said, I haven't really driven this truck at all, so batteries are dead as a doornail right now, so I gotta jump start it and get it running, get those batteries charged back up again, which I have some janky jumper cables right here. I know this shop has just gotten absolutely unorganized, but this seems to happen more often than not. So yeah, I'm missing some leads or some clips here, so I just get a pair of vice grips now and go like that. Something like that. Something like that. Let's get this thing fired up, see what happens. It's gonna be weird to see this truck go, that's for sure. A lot of good memories. It just doesn't work for the family anymore. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is selling this truck, regretting it, and then buying a different toy, you know, like a Corvette or something. I think that's the right choice. Sell this thing, get a Corvette, because I have enough trucks. Might as well get something that's still fun to drive. Well, watching a little bit of victory while I was waiting. Let's see if this thing fires up now. You can do it! Well, I heard the lift pump turn on, so that's good. She's alive! Alright, let's get the jumper cables off. See if we can wiggle this thing outside now. All the exterior is all washed off. Now what I like to do is go through and wash like the underneath inside the wheel wells here, get all this gunk, and then wash the rims too, so I'm not scratching the truck, you know, because there's dirt and stuff in here. So I like this kind of the way I've always done it with washing this truck especially. Something like that. Rinse this rag off. Go through, get the rims now. And I do have the center caps for these rims. I'm just washing the rims without it on there right now, obviously. Yeah, when I used to daily drive this truck, I'd wash this truck once a week. Once a week. This was my pride and joy for a very long time. Okie dokie, went off. I went and hand dried the entire truck. So it was starting to get a bunch of water spots all over it. The water here is very hard. So, hand dried it off. Wasn't planning on that, but now put some tire goo on it. Make these tires nice and shiny. Shiny cells, right? That's what the old saying is. Okie dokie, got all the pictures taken of it and all cleaned up and everything. So I'm gonna put this thing on Facebook Marketplace. I think I'm gonna list it for $18,500 or $19,500. I guess I'm gonna start there and see what happens. So, right, on to the next project. Cleaning this dump trailer out. Take a look at the brakes on that thing again and possibly change that tire. I'm kind of getting short on time again. This whole week, my wife is working second shift, so she is not available to come pick my son up, so it is what it is. So let's get to it. Got everything set up to take this tire off. This tire is in pretty rough shape. It's one of the original tires on here, and I think with this being like the rear axle of the trailer, from the trailer pivoting, it has really worn out the edges. Once I get the tire off, I'll show you a little bit more here. But I kind of want to use this thing as a spare now. I know you guys can probably see, but like it's starting to get all these cracks in it. The inside is kind of worn out. The outside is pretty worn out as well. And you know, like there's this, it's missing tread. I think that's just from being the rear axle. At least that's what I'm hoping, because this is an original tire, so it's had a lot of miles on it and a lot of abuse. So I just want to use that as a spare. I have a brand new spare on the trailer right now, and we'll slap that on. And I also wanted to check the inside of this front axle here, because it's got some rub marks, and it looks like it's coming from this equalizer. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Probably from overloading. I also think it's dumb. Texas Pride, if you guys are watching this, your spare tire holder here, you should make those nuts on there the same size as the nuts on the trailer. So you only need to have one socket. Fortunately, I have a service truck that has a whole bunch of tools in it, but there, I'll just set this off to the side there. And then we'll slap this on that spare tire holder. So that way I still have a spare tire. It'll buy me some time. Oh, is this thing heavy? Should probably, on my way home, pick up a tube of grease, or a couple tubes of grease. I think I'm completely out of grease. And grease this trailer up and grease all the equipment. I haven't done that in a while. Oops. Okay, so I was definitely going the wrong way earlier. Got that one tightened that one tightened. I'm going to take this tire off now because, like I said, it looks like it's rubbing somewhere on the frame. So I'm going to see if I can pull a tire off and see if something else is going on. So let's get that thing buzzed off and see what else we can find. Yeah, you can see the inside of that is getting rubbed, and it's getting just on that corner, it looks like. Maybe something's tweaked. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, because the tires are, you can see the tires are wearing out evenly. So I guess it's something to keep an eye on. That's for sure. So buzz this tire back on. We'll buzz this tire back on, and I think that'll be about the end of this video. We'll see as I start editing. If it's too short a video, maybe I'll pick back up. Yeah, so like always, thanks again, and see you guys in the next one.